His ways are not the world's ways, and He can do miracles if you will just let Him. One of the toughest part of this program was during the preparation. Just hours before the program started, he made everything clean and straight and organized everything from the people that we need, the patients that we will serve. At the first time when we saw these patients, I've seen that they're hopeless. Some of them are just waiting to die. Some of them are just thinking that this is the end of them. It will be just worse and worse, so there's no point of going to the hospital, there's no point of having treatments because this is what they've been having for their whole life. And there's just no hope for them. And they even believe that God will not accept them. There is no hope because if God will accept them, then it's okay, but probably not because of what they did in the past. And I've seen that most of the sickness that they have is sickness from the heart.
Their faces is like in pain, and also their faces is with sadness.
And that God impressed my mind at that moment, telling me, you have to trust in me. I am the one in control. I am the one healing. I am the one leading. I am the one in charge.
I've really experienced God's presence throughout this lifestyle program here at the Southern Palawan Health Institute, and it's been so nice the way that all of the volunteers who are helping with this lifestyle program are so focused on wanting to share the love of Jesus to our lifestyle guests.
Dahil sa mabibigat kong trabaho sa bundok, pagpasaan ng malalaking mga kahoy at pagdadamo, nagkaroon ako ng bleeding sa tainga. Tapos nung nagkaroon ako ng bleeding sa tainga, nililinis ko po yun na hindi ko pa sinasabi sa family ko na nagkaroon ako ng bleeding. Kasi natatakot ako na dalhin ako sa ospital. Tapos nung lagi kong nililinis, nahilo ako. Pagkahilo, natumba ako, hindi ko na mabalance ang aking katawan. Yung tainga ko na wala akong balance, hindi ako nakakatayo, hindi ako nakakaupo, nakahiga na lang. Kahit yung pagdumi ko po ay sinasahod na lang sa aking higaan. Kahit yung pagsuot ko ng damit, hindi ko nakakayanan. Kahit yung pagkain ko, para akong bayawak na nakadapa lang, ginaganon. Kahit itong ulo ko po, hindi ko talaga may angat.
Nakita ko na ang creative word ay talagang totoo. Hindi aksidente na ako dinala din dito ng Panginoon. Kasi nung unang araw na nakita ko yung pasyente na isa, si Ate Luisita, nakita ko talaga na yung sitwasyon na hopeless. Parang walang pag-asa. Pero napatunayan ng Panginoon na ang kanyang salita talaga ay creative kasi parang snap lang pa. Hindi ko naman sinabing magic, pero parang snap lang, ilang araw lang na yung guest na hindi makakain ng ayos, na parang sabi nga niya lizard, ay 2 days to 3 days pa lang na naglagi siya dito, nakita ko siyang nakalakad na.
God is the only one to give help. God wants to renew the hope, and that happened with this patient.
Dealing with different situations reminded me that when you believe in your own strength, you are gonna fail. But if you depend on God, you are gonna overcome, and you will be witness of powerful miracles as soon as you surrender all to Jesus.
So yung nalaman ko na ako yung magluluto sa food ng lahat, especially sa mga patients. Nilagay ko talaga sa mind ko na I will cook all the food not for ourselves, not for ourselves na it would be good, the taste would be so palatable. But I was always thinking that I will be serving this for the patient, it's for them.
Yung mga pagkain ay na masarap din naman kahit na walang mantika. Kasi yung mantika ay masama pala sa ating katawan. Yun ang simula na ang ugat natin ay nalalagyan ng bara ng taba-taba. Exercise kami, nakatulong sa akin parang maginhawa sa pakiramdam ko na nagagalaw-galaw yung bawat ugat na unti-unti siyang bumabalik yung lakas ko.
Noong unang gabi, medyo na-discourage ako kasi sabi ko, paano ako makaka-Bible study sa mga taong ito na mayroong physical na kahinaan, may karamdaman, paano sila makikinig? Medyo, nung magsisimula na yung Bible study na first night, medyo kinakabahan ako, sabi ko baka hindi sila makinig. Pero nangako pala ang Panginoon sa Psalms 107 verse 20 na ipapadala niya ang salita niya upang magpagaling at iligtas sila sa kapahamakan.
Yun, pagdating pag nag-worship kami, nadadagdagan at napapalalim pa yung kaalaman ko tungkol sa Biblia at kung paano si Jesus na nagpagaling sa may mga karamdaman. Yun, talagang hindi lang doon sa mga kwento na noong unang panahon na si Jesus ay nagpagaling. Ngayon ay ako na yung aktual na napagaling ni Jesus na kung saan ng mga anak ko, umaasa na ako ay wala ng pag-asa. Ngunit kay Jesus pala, pag tayo lumapit sa Kanya, tayo ay may pag-asa.
So I would like to encourage people to believe God. If God said it's better for you to live this way, we have to believe it. Trust in what God has planned for our lives. And also trust that God wants us to be healthy. God wants us to be witnesses. God wants us to preach with our own health, with our own lives.
In the beginning, God created the things very simple for our life. We no need to pay nothing because you only need to do exercise, drink water. You need to have a good nutrition. You need to have the air, the sunbathing. But the most important is trust in God. Because when we trust in God, everything is good. I was working with hydrotherapy, and then for me it's amazing. It's amazing how hot water and cold water, your circulation is improving, and then the people who cannot walk very well, now is walking. It's only water, no need more.
Kahit sila may karamdaman, eager sila makinig. And by day 2, night 2 ng Bible study namin hanggang day 7, nakita ko na lahat sila may nakuha na gospel truth din sa aming pinag-usapan. Yung iniisip ko, yung kinatatakutan ko na baka hindi sila makinig, imagination ko lang pala yun dahil sila ay more than willing na makinig at mag-aral ng kanyang salita.
when they saw and when they realized the healing, the true healing that comes from Jesus Christ, it became a tree of life. And makikita mo yon sa eyes nila, how they would speak, how they would think about things now. Most of them had some suicidal ideations because they just don't want to live anymore. But now knowing that life is Christ and His life is abundant, He's giving it abundantly to everyone. I've seen the great joy, the way they would talk, the way they would act, and the way they're willing to do the things that they've learned here back home, and how they would want to share those miracles, those stories to other people.
Ang maibabahagi ko lang na mensahe sa bawat isa kung paano pangangalagaan nila ang kanilang katawan ay napakasimple. Ito kasi ang natutunan namin dito sa 10-day program na ito. Kapag ang self ay naisurrender na at si Jesus ang namuhay, natural at hindi na kailangan pilitin ang pagsunod sa health, ay kailangan pang merong fear of punishment or merong hope of everlasting reward. Hindi na yun kailangan kapag si self ay na-surrender na. Kasi kaya ko yung nasabi, isa sa dapat pagalingin ng Panginoon ay ang stubbornness ng tao. Dahil hanggat ang tao ay ang puso pa rin niya, yung dati niyang pagkatao, stubborn pa rin, kahit paanong bigay na reseta at mga gamot ng ating mga medical missionaries, magiging baliwala yung dalang heart ay hindi willing. At alam yun ng Diyos, naintindihan yun ng Diyos. Kaya nga, sabi niya sa Proverbs 23 verse 26, "My son, give me thine heart." And Ezekiel 36 verse 26, papalitan yun ng Panginoon ng bagong puso na masunurin. At nakita ko yun dito sa 10 days program na hindi kailangan pilitin ang pagsunod once ng self ay na-surrender. Hindi ko alam kung anong magiging bagong journey ng ating mga nag-graduate na guest, pero isa lang ang aking alam, once na tuloy-tuloy na ang self ay na-surrender at si Jesus na ang nabubuhay, ang health message ay madali nang tanggapin. And therefore, mabibigyang karangalan o honor ang Diyos ng kagalingan sa bawat isa.